All right, deep divers. Are you ready for a deep dive into something that might make you think twice the next time you hear a certain patriotic tune?
Oh, interesting.
You know, one that plays at like every fireworks display and hot dog eating contest?
Yeah.
God bless the USA.
Okay.
Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know your thoughts because this one is wild.
Well, what's really fascinating is how this song, like, it's become, like, synonymous with American pride. You know, like, it's the sonic shortcut to feeling patriotic.
Right.
But comedian John Oliver
Yeah.
has some thoughts on whether it's the right kind of patriotic,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to, like, welcoming new citizens.
It's interesting, right?
Yeah.
It's like you just took the oath, you're officially American,
Yeah.
and boom, you're hit with Lee Greenwood's voice.
Yeah.
John Oliver actually experienced this himself
Oh.
at his own naturalization ceremony
Wow.
back in 2019.
Hmm.
And he found it a little, well, awkward, especially because the song played right after a video message from then-President Trump.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
It really highlights how a song's meaning can totally shift depending on the context, like when and where you hear it.
Exactly.
And, you know, in this case, it brings up the question of whether God Bless the USA is truly apolitical, like some people say it is.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
Oliver points out that Lee Greenwood isn't exactly shy about his political leanings.
Sure.
I mean, we're talking Conservative Political Action Committee,
Wow.
Hall of Fame induction performances at Trump's inauguration, and the Republican National Convention.
Okay.
He even serenaded Trump at a rally.
That makes me think about, you know, that age-old question of, can you separate the art from the artist? Like, does knowing Greenwood's political affiliations change how you hear the song?
It's tough, right?
Yeah.
Does it taint the experience?
It's a good question.
But hold on.
Okay.
It gets even more interesting.
Oh, boy.
Greenwood actually partnered with Trump to sell a special edition Bible.
A Bible.
That included the U.S. Constitution for a cool $59.99.
Wow. Taking the fusion of faith, politics, and commerce to a whole new level. It's fascinating that even Christianity today criticized this move, saying it cheapened the Bible and the Constitution. So it wasn't just like a liberal versus conservative thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is where things get really dicey.
Oh.
Oliver highlights Greenwood's past statements on immigration.
Okay.
Specifically a comment where he said that immigrants need to know we're a Western country that believes in God.
Interesting.
And remember, the U.S. citizenship test specifically asks questions about religious freedom.
Right, which makes Greenwood's statement seem almost contradictory to the values that new citizens are being tested on.
Yeah.
It really makes you wonder if the artist himself has expressed views that clash with these like core American ideals.
Right.
Can his song really be a fitting anthem for welcoming new Americans?
It's a good question.
Yeah. Yeah, it really makes you think about like, what does it even mean to be American?
Right.
And can one song really represent that whole experience?
Yeah.
But, you know, leave it to John Oliver
to
find like a comedic solution to this super complex issue.
Yeah.
He actually proposes a whole new anthem.
Right.
And who better to deliver it than Will Ferrell?
Will Ferrell, yes.
Yeah.
In all his comedic glory. Ready to like serenade America with a brand new tune.
Yeah.
And it's not your typical patriotic ballad or anything.
Yeah.
This one celebrates all the classic American things.
Oh, really? Like what?
From corn dogs and fireworks to, well, televangelists and Ted Cruz.
Oh, wow. I see.
Yeah.
I think the most brilliant part about using humor like that is that it lets Oliver talk about these like kind of sensitive topics without being like super preachy, you know, and without alienating his audience.
Exactly.
It's satire at its best.
Yeah.
Poking fun at American culture while still embracing all its quirks.
Right. You can't help but laugh along.
Yeah.
Especially with Will Ferrell delivering the message.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, I mean, he's known for those over-the-top characters.
Yeah.
And, like, hilarious antics.
Yeah, exactly.
So it just adds another layer of absurdity to the whole thing.
It does, and that laughter, you know, that shared moment of, like, amusement can be such a powerful tool for opening minds and sparking these conversations about, like, these actually kind of important issues.
Totally. It's like, hey, we can laugh at ourselves. We can acknowledge our flaws.
Yeah.
but still love our country.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe even find some common ground.
Right, exactly. And speaking of common ground, John Oliver's whole segment really makes you think about, like,
okay,
what does it mean to be patriotic?
Mm-hmm.
And how do we choose to express that?
You know, it's not just about
Yeah.
waving flags and singing the same old songs.
Right.
It's about really engaging with, like, the complexities of our nation's history, our values, and, yeah, even our flaws.
Right.
And maybe, just maybe, it's time that we reconsider the songs that we use to represent those things, especially for things like naturalization ceremonies, where we're, like, welcoming in new members to the American family.
So, deep divers, what do you think? Are you ready for a new naturalization ceremony playlist?
Interesting.
Hit us up in the comments with your suggestions.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
And while you're at it, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into this fascinating world around us.
Yeah, I love that idea. A new playlist for new citizens.
Yeah.
Maybe one that, like, reflects the diversity of American music and experiences.
We could have everything.
Yeah.
From Woody Guthrie to Beyonce to Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Ooh, I like it.
All representing different parts of what it means to be American.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
It's about, you know, capturing that full spectrum of American identity, not just a single narrow perspective.
Exactly.
And it really speaks to that idea that, like, patriotism is this, like, living, evolving concept.
Right.
What resonated with Americans, you know, 100 years ago might not have the same impact today, and that's okay.
It's like our understanding of ourselves as a nation is constantly changing. And our music should reflect that growth.
Yeah, exactly.
So next time you're at, like, a 4th of July barbecue or a baseball game, and God Bless the USA comes on, maybe you'll hear it with a new ear.
Maybe you'll hear the patriotism, but also the nuances, the complexities, you know, the ongoing conversation about what it really means to be American.
And hey, who knows? Maybe someday we'll all be singing along to Will Ferrell's Ode to Corn Dogs. And Ted Cruz.
Oh, yeah, at naturalization ceremonies.
A deep diver can dream, right?
Oh, that's right.
But on a serious note, what song would you choose to represent the American experience?
That's a great question.
It's something worth thinking about.
Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Yeah, it's a question that could really spark some interesting conversations about identity and culture and what unites us as a nation.
Right.
So deep divers, keep those brains engaged. And remember, there's always more to explore.
Absolutely. Thanks for diving deep with us today.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Don't forget to like this video,
Yeah.
subscribe to our channel, and leave us a comment with your song suggestions.
We want to hear from you.
We'll catch you on the next Deep Dive.